So everybody, there are now multiple states that have decided to provide their residents with additional stimulus payments, and these new payments could automatically be deposited into your bank account. This is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I hope all of you guys are having a great day so far. But first, be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. On this channel, I always do my best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. So folks, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And personally, I believe that the Democrats and Republicans must put aside their political differences and help out the American people by sending out a fourth stimulus check. And if you guys agree with me, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes.
Here's the truth. Some have proposed to cut Social Security for the elderly and disabled vets. I disagree. In fact, not only should we not cut benefits, we should expand them.
So first, everybody, tempers are starting to flare on both sides of the aisle as bipartisan infrastructure talks drag on, and negotiators face the prospect of missing an informal, self-imposed deadline of Monday for getting a deal done. And some Democrats are accusing Republicans of slow-walking the negotiations and reopening negotiating items that they believe to be solved. Republicans say Democrats are being unreasonable in some of their demands, such as an insistence of tens of billions of dollars in new funding for transit and broad authority for local governments to decide how to spend infrastructure funds. A bipartisan group of senators who have been working with the White House for months to fill out the $1.2 trillion spending proposal have said that they are on track to get it done next week. But frustrations are starting to mount as a final deal eludes them. So everybody, who is to blame for holding back our stimulus check? Is it the Democratic Party or the Republican Party? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Now, the Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown said that they have not been serious about transit dollars.
In the middle of a time when senior poverty is increasing, Republicans and some Democrats came up with a brilliant idea for cutting cost of living adjustments.
We have offered to split the difference, and they don't want to do that. It's now we who are stalling. Brown accused Republicans of drawing out the talks to derail President Biden's agenda, which Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says will move as a bipartisan infrastructure package in a budget reconciliation bill planned for the fall. Schumer said he will set up the reconciliation process by scheduling a vote on a budget resolution after the bipartisan bill passes the Senate. But negotiators have not finished their work on the bipartisan framework, and that's holding the whole process up. By the way, everybody, what do you think about Senator Chuck Schumer and his work on the fourth stimulus check so far? Is he doing all that it takes to help out the American people? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now, Senator Brown says there's strong skepticism among Democrats about whether Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell will allow any major bipartisan infrastructure deal to pass the Senate, which would be a major win for President Biden. In a sign of warning patience, Rob Portman, the lead Republican negotiator, suggested dropping the transit funding element from the deal altogether, and that's something that would spark an angry backlash from Democrats. He said transit has not yet been resolved. That's important, but if we can't resolve it, then we could leave that out. I hope not, he said. Democrats frankly are not being reasonable in their request right now. We have a very generous offer out there that provides a significant increase in funding over the next 5 years. Personally, everybody, I just believe that Democrats and politicians must send out a fourth stimulus check as soon as possible. There are Americans all across the country that are still needing financial help. And if you guys agree, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. But everybody, here's what you have to know surrounding the latest news about your Social Security benefits. Beneficiaries could see their monthly benefits increase by as much as $80 per month, beginning next January. And this is according to Bank of America. So this is actually the biggest boost since about 1983 that beneficiaries will all see. And at the beginning of the year, everybody, there was only about a 1.3% increase to the cost of living adjustment, and it has translated to about $20 extra a month. And that has been enough for people to sort of keep pace with this year's 5% inflation spike. Beneficiaries who are generally on fixed incomes say they still have their benefits provided to them, and it gives them power to buy things, and so that cost of adjustment is really huge for our seniors. Everybody, do you support an increase to your Social Security benefits? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. In the state of California, however, Gavin Newsom believes that Californians can expect to receive a stimulus check from the state. Newsom has just signed a proposal for a $100 billion California comeback plan. And the checks are part of an extension of the Golden State Stimulus Program, which originally distributed $3.8 billion to low-income residents in the form of one-time payments of $600. The second set of stimulus checks will provide a one-time payment of $600 to middle-class residents earning up to $75,000, as well as $500 check to qualifying residents with dependents. Everybody, there's a ton of views going around a stimulus check. So folks, there's a lot of good news to look forward to. You might receive a stimulus check sooner than expected. And if you guys agree that fourth stimulus check must be sent out, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and until next time, have a great day and stay safe.
Senator from Missouri.
Mr. President, a lot of time when people come to Washington, they come up with ideas for new policies and they have a theory as to how those policies are supposed to work. What they don't always know are the unintended consequences of what that law is going to produce. Matter of fact, I've said on occasion the most certain thing that will happen when we pass a law is unintended consequences, and I haven't been proved wrong very many times on that. The unintended consequences are things that nobody saw coming. Things you didn't expect to happen the way they did. Smart people writing the laws may do all they can to anticipate everything they can, but there's always something never thought of. And so it's helpful to have information that tells us what the consequences are likely to be. The topic we're talking about here today is filled with intended consequences if you look just beyond the comment you're making at the impact it's going to have. In this case, the proposed laws are a couple of ideas my Democratic colleagues have as to how to pay for the spending spree they're on right now. The tax and spend plans include a lot of bad ideas, but two of the tax ideas are particularly bad and will have particularly devastating impact. First is a proposal from Senator Sanders to raise the death tax on farmers and ranchers, to change the exemption, to do things that just simply raise that tax. The second would be to impose the double death tax by eliminating what Senator Moran was just talking about, the stepped up basis and calculating how much families have to pay. The research tells us that what we can expect to happen if these two bills pass. Researchers done at the Texas A&M University looked at a representative group of 94 farms in 30 states.